J-Kwon in his bit. What up, G?
What's up, Chris?
All right, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Chris here of 1980 Co. I'm chilling today with my buddy since high school. We got the same haircut and everything. We're just, you know what I mean? We're just brothers from another. Everybody say what's up to Rob. Throw a like up for Rob. Schmediums, yeah.
Medium.
Follow him on Instagram. Today's guest, let's get this right. My guest for today is a young newcomer with hella swag. Hide your girl, because here comes your girl's favorite vintage head.
Yo. Awesome. Appreciate it.
Bro, how'd you come up with that name? Were you really out here like taking dudes' girls or what?
No, there was actually this YouTuber I watched because what's this? His name is he's like a sneakerhead YouTuber, and his name is Kais Omar. And one of his buddies would always say like, "I'm your girl's favorite reseller."
Yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
That's how I came up with it.
He's a shoe guy, right?
Yeah, he's a shoe guy. Yeah, and he's out in California.
Yeah, it's a dope name. I love that. When I saw that name, I was like, "Oh, that's sick." But yeah, man, hyped to have you on the show. I know you're super.
Appreciate you.
For you to make time to come on is really dope.
People know me as your girl's favorite vintage head, but my name is Jonel, or people just call me Kwon. I am from California. I'm from Orange County. I'm 25 years old, Filipino, and as of right now, my job, I am in the military. I'm in the Air Force. I've been in for about 6.5 years. I just re-enlisted for another 4 because I'm moving to Belgium next month for 3 years.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I'm very big into fashion, and that's how I came across just really vintage as being my side hustle. But not only just a side hustle, but a hobby. And vintage for me in the past 2 to 3 years have been.
Damn, that's great. That's dope, man. Before we get into that, though, I want to go back to, like, you said you're in the military. So, like, when you said that, I wanted to go like this. Like, I want to make sure I'm not doing anything disrespectful. Me personally, I've never had anybody close to me in the military, except for just recently. My cousin, he went to North Carolina. He enlisted. So now,
oh wow! Congrats to him.
Just turned 18.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
now the jump straight out of high school.
Yeah, man, he jumped right into it. You know what I mean? So I'm really proud of him. But my thing is, like, because I've never known anybody really that's, you know, military. What's the proper way? Like, is this offensive?
No, it's not offensive. I mean, I don't know, just people just either like, you know, like shake my hand or like, I don't know. It's kind of weird sometimes. Like, even though like I'm in the military, it's still kind of awkward. Like coming back home and people are like, "Thank you for your service," or like, "We'll just go like this." So I'm like,
okay, that was going to be my next question. Like, when people say thank you for your service, I've heard other people use that for people in the military, and they take it really well. I can see how it could be awkward, but that's not something like annoying, right? Like, because I always want to say thank you for your service. Like, I'll stop the conversation, like, "Thank you for your service." That's chill, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's super chill. Yeah. At the end of the day, though, like, I do come to a realization that there's people that, like, really do mean thank you for your service, or just the small gesture, though. Yeah, those are the small things that count, that can make or break someone's day. So for me, it makes my day when someone does say that. So I take no offense to it, and I just say thank you. That's all I gotta say. Just thank you. I appreciate you.
That's awesome. Yeah, man, I appreciate you. Actually, before you went and got deployed, the last time you got deployed, I remember you did a live and you talked about what goes into that. And yeah, man, you're sacrificing, you know, a life. I remember you got emotional talking about, like, because, you know, you were talking about the live community and saying, "I'm going to miss you guys."
Yeah.
You had to go do what you got to do. And that's when it really put it into perspective. I mean, you know, we've seen the movies and all that, but when a friend is telling you, you know, you're seeing the sacrifice firsthand, it's different, man. So it really helped to get that perspective. And it made me really feel like I said, thankful for your service.
No, I appreciate you, Chris. Yeah, that live was, I still remember that live to that day, because I had Rich and Brandon on, and those two guys are probably like one of the closest relationships I've ever built through vintage. And to meet them in person, and like when we do go out, it's a good time when we kick it. So to end off that live with them, yeah, I was super emotional because I'm so close to them. I never thought I'd be that close to a person that I met through a screen.
It's a beautiful thing. Over t-shirts. That shit blows my mind still. I never get over that.
Right.
But let's do a quick shirt check because I see some peeking out right there on the screen. What do you got on today? What's on bottom?
I'm wearing, let me adjust the screen, a little Carter 4 album promo.
Oh,
That's a sick.
4 with the green.
Yeah, this one's like shout out Good Times. I think Good Times Vintage. Got this one off him. No back hit, but nice little simple tee. One of my favorite Lil Wayne albums. But yeah, that's the tee.
All right, y'all. Anybody out there who has that in a larger XL, hit me up. I just found my new ISO. That's a crazy one, man. I love the green on it. The green on that pop.
Hey, it is for sale. It is for sale. So if you want it, it's a large.
Everything's for sale. All right, we'll talk about it after this for sure. Or actually, how much
you got
off the bat? Let's start the podcast off with the off the bat.
I'll do it for a cool 180.
Oh.
Any flaws?
No flaws.
I think I need that. Oh.
If you want it, 180 is yours.
Give it to me. I'll take it for 180 right here on the live, guys. First ever off the back my guest on podcast. Let's go. I need that, man. That thing is too sick.
I know you love little
Wayne tees.
So.
Wayne tees, they'll pop up, but like not that one. And then what also happens is that people love Wayne, so they're not trying to let it go. Right. What is Wayne for you as far as rappers go? Top what? 5, 3, number 1? What is he?
Dude, I could do a top 5 rappers all the time, but I'm very biased. But I do put Wayne in my top 5.
Oh no, he's in everybody's top 5 though. He's in older heads top 5, us, and then in younger heads too. There's a lot of respect that's given to Wayne for sure.
Who's number 1 though?
For me, this is a personal pick. For me, Pac.
Yeah, I think our era though. Like,
he was a poet.
Pac was like the epitome.
Right.
He was a poet. He brought depth to the game that no other rapper has brought. Like it's too much in his feels, his rhyme schemes, his ability to make songs. Not only like in execution and quality, but also in the amount of songs he would do. Like he was a beast in the studio.
Yeah, and his cadence. His cadence on a track. When
his cadence.
It's like, oh damn.
I'm not like one of my favorite songs, but I bump almost every other day. It's probably I Ain't Mad At Ya and Better Days.
I ain't mad at ya. That guy's voice, I remember growing up hearing that voice. I was like, yo, I need that voice. I'm going to need that voice. I used to sing it to a really good sing. I ain't mad at ya.
You bump that a lot? I bump Hit 'Em Up a lot.
Oh, that's one of the best discs.
Oh, Hit 'Em Up is crazy. When I'm in the gym, I'll be bumping when I'm about to lift some heavy weight. I'll be bumping Wonder Why, Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. Wonder Why They Call You Bitch.
Yeah, man. All right, speaking of shirt checks, here we go. All right, so I knew J-Kwon was going to be on the show today, guys, and he's a guy that does not play with his curation. We'll get into the things that he collects right now, but I was like, look, I can't come on. I do those reels where I'm like 3 random tees with no height. I was like, I can't wear one of those deep tees today. Today, I got to wear a Zanger. Speaking of Pac, all eyes on me. So, we had to do that. When J-Kwon comes on, you got to come correct, bro.
Jeez, with the Cali Love back hit and Dre. Come on now.
The Dre hit
is
damn.
I've yet to own that one.
Whoa there.
Hey, we could do another off the back right now.
Whoa.
But for real though, man.
Great, bro.
Yeah, let's get. I want to get into what you collect and all that stuff as well, so people get to know what your curation is and all that. But let us know how you even got into vintage. Like, what was the first thing that you saw? What got you here to now being on a podcast talking about tees?
I would say back in 2016 is when I first came across vintage. I think most people in the community, I'm not saying everybody, but people came across through vintage, obviously through collecting sneakers and just hype beast wear and whatnot. So that's how I came across vintage. I remember every time I would come back home to visit, I would always make it a must to go to Melrose to go shopping. So I'd always hit up round 2, and I would always see round 2 vintage. And I remember seeing the Pac rap tees and the Biggie rap tees just sitting in round 2 vintage for $250, $300. thinking that was
What were you going
expensive.
around to for at that time? Were you shoes or just like hype wear or like
shoes?
stuff?
I was like, yo, dude, I need the Supreme. I need the Babe. I need all the hype stuff. So I paid no mind for the vintage. I would just look at the tee and I'd be like, what's this?
Yeah.
The old t-shirt.
And what was the switch though? When was it where when just like, oh, that's the stuff hanging at round 2 to like, oh, now I see why that's tight, or this one caught my attention? Was it a tee, or what was the moment?
Honestly, I think over like the months and like the years, like I was growing a taste and a better understanding for fashion and just not hype beast wear. But I remember, I think it was like my second or third time visiting back home, and I went to Melrose, and then I hit up Wasteland. And I saw a 04 Britney Spears tour shirt, and it was like $24. And I was like, "Yo, this is fire!" And I was like, I remember listening to this album when I was a little kid, like on the Walkman.
There it is, nostalgia factor. That's what it does. Yeah.
Yeah, the nostalgia factor. So I was like, I copped it, and it was like literally my favorite shirt. I wore it almost every other day, and then here and there from that point on, I just kept on going to like thrift stores. I hit up Wasteland, this and that, copping one piece at a time. But yeah, that Britney Spears shirt is what set it off for me.
That Britney Spears shirt.
Yep.
Man, that's sick. So like you wear it, and then you get like you get that feeling of like, I'm the only one with this tee, or like this is something unique outside. Like the streetwear is cool, but everybody can catalog that stuff. This is something that nobody has. Something I can relate to. Some cool to wear. You know, it's. I feel like t-shirts are a way of expressing yourself. So, you know, when you wear certain things, you're saying things, and with that, you're saying like, I don't know, like I'm reminiscing, or what do you think you were trying to say with that Britney?
Hell yeah. Oh, the Britney thing, I was like, yo, I mess with Britney, and I was like, I mess with Britney. I was just, like I said, I was bumped. I remember my mom had I forgot what album it was, but every time we would go out or like go to the mall or something like that, I would just have the Walkman bumping the Britney Spears CD, and I'm just jamming in the mall to a Britney Spears CD, like 6-7 years old.
That is funny. You're a G for on the podcast experience, like putting out to the world that you listen to Britney like that. I would have buried that.
Yeah,
you know, I would have died.
No, I think at the time, you know, like this is before Britney went through her crazy phase, you know.
Hey, but you're keeping it real though, because I feel like everybody knows the lyrics to Britney songs, especially like "Oops, I Did It Again," "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." Low key, when it plays wherever you are, you're singing it in your head. You know where.
Yeah,
you know
it's a banger.
It was everywhere.
It's a banger. Yeah.
And for a young 7-year-old J-Kwon, and the song's playing that much and it's that catchy, best believe he's gonna play it.
Yeah, some little kid is gonna probably catch on to it. Definitely.
I think the song was called "Lucky" by Britney Spears. That's the song I was bumping.
She's so lucky.
Yeah.
Cries. Oh, see, we know that shit. We know that shit. Gotcha, bro.
Yeah, Lucky. I was just walking through the mall shop, and I'm like, she's so
all right, so what do you collect now? Is because right about now everybody watching is like, so all right, so he's got a whole collection of Britney tees. Okay, check. What is your, like, if you had to describe to someone what you curate, what you collect, what you're after, what would you say it is? Like, what's the criteria for what you collect?
I think, at least for me, what people know me for is curating the rap tees and the R&B tees, just the bootlegs.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Britney Spears brought you all the way to that Lil Wayne tee, right?
No, but that is what I mainly curate: the rap tees, the bootlegs, art, rap and hip hop mainly. But I do dibble and dabble in other things because I'm starting to get into band tees. I just don't listen to rap or hip hop. Like, I listen to a lot of other different types of genres, but definitely trying to dip into more band tees. I've been dipping into a lot of art tees and obscure tees. NASCAR here and there, but mainly my curation is like rap and hip hop and R&B.
You know what's crazy is, like, I notice a lot of people that come into vintage from either shoes or streetwear, they're like crazy good collectors. Like, I came in through thrifting. So I was always like a thrift kid. everything, I got to get it for $1. But I notice collectors that come in from shoes or streetwear, they're like, I got to have the best of the best vintage. And they'll always right away come out the gate with all the rap tees, all the freaking everything. And then once they come in with that grand entrance, then they start like, oh, let's start dabbling in this and dabbling in that. And then they'll make those things kind of get like popular and stuff using the fame that they've already gotten from being these crazy rap tee or grail piece collectors. So it's cool. It's like that's the evolution of a collector. It's like he's crawling at streetwear, then he's like kind of standing up a little bit at rap tee. And he's like almost, and then the final form where he's fully standing up straight is like 1930s workwear and World War II. True vintage.
He's dripped in Carhartt. But I think the biggest thing for me when it came to curating like rap and hip hop is I always made sure, like, this is just me. When it came to curating those tees and that genre, was I made sure that I knew about the artists and I listened to their music. That's just me, because I wouldn't want to be like rocking like a Mac Dre shirt or like a Jizza Wu-Tang shirt and I did not know one single song. Like, I feel like that's disrespect. Yeah, that's just, you know what I mean? That's just me.
And honestly, me, I don't really care too much, man. I mean, especially if you're a seller, you just got to know that the thing is valuable, and it's up to the buyer to be like, I'm going to buy it because that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's not a big deal, but I appreciate that you took the time to get to know your artist and get to know your product. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope.
Of course. No, but I have respect to anybody for that. Yeah.
What's the best piece in your collection right now?
The crazy thing is, like, I get something and I let it go if I get what I'm asking for it. I never hold on to anything because I've learned how not to hold an attachment. So right now I don't really have like a super banger piece right now, but I just sold it last week. That was the best piece I ever had. It was the Jizza Liquid Swords rap tee.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I had it for 2 days, and I only had it for 2 days, and then these overseas buyers just becoming correct.
For 2 days?
I posted it. Yeah, for 2 days. I posted it. I did the post on it, and then everybody, yo, how much? I'm like, yo, chill. Like, I didn't even get to wear it. Like,
and that was your best piece that you've ever had, not even just like ever.
Yeah, I would say ever, and recently that's the best piece I ever had. Like, I think it's the most valuable shirt that I've had and the most expensive shirt that I've sold to this day.
Dude, how hard does it hurt when you sell a tee before you even wear it?
Oh.
So you didn't get to wear that one?
No.
Did you wear it 30 minutes?
You guys are going to laugh at this.
He did a photo shoot. He did a photo shoot.
No. All right. So the dude bought it Friday, and I was like, I won't have time to ship it out because I had a tattoo appointment the next day. So I had a day, so I wore it to my tattoo appointment. So
okay. He got to rock. You got to rock.
I got one wear out of it and a picture in it. But
a picture, you got a picture, right?
As long as you got the
yeah.
All right. Well, so let's get into some of this week's topics, y'all. Here we go. First topic. So I was on Pop Shop the other day live, and how did this even come up? We were talking about basically Liver King came up, and somebody said, "Oh, that dude's whack. That dude's on roids." And I was like,
"What?" Yeah,
they were like, "He's on roids." Do you know what Liver King is?
No.
You don't know who Liver King is?
He's out in the sun.
You said Liver King?
Liver King.
No, I do not.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, look.
We're going to take a bite out of it.
He's an internet dude that basically eats raw liver and other raw organs, like animal organs. And he preaches about the benefits of eating raw organs, how full of nutrients that they are. But the thing is, he's super jacked.
Yeah.
He's crazy jacked. And he says that all he does is just eat animal organs and stuff. So there's a lot of controversy of people saying like, oh, he does roids. He doesn't just eat animal organs, but he insists that he only eats animal organs. Right. So he's like, people are like,
does he look natural though?
I mean, what looks natural? Like, what is natural looking that you don't look super buff? So
He looks crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front.
All right, does this dude have an Instagram? Because I'm about to.
Yeah, go on to the IG right now.
The most fittest dude you've ever seen.
He looks like a barbarian in a movie or something.
I'm not gonna front.
So somebody in the comments said, "Oh yeah, he lies about being natural," and I was like, "How do you know that he?" They said he doesn't admit that he does roids,
right?
And I was like, "Okay, so if he doesn't admit it, who admitted it for him?" And somebody said his friend.
Oh,
and
Paul Saladino.
Paul said it?
Paul's his friend.
Oh, no, this guy's pretty jacked.
I was like, who's the friend and why should we trust this friend? Like, because, in a situation like that, people are going to do things for popularity, for clout, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and the reason, if it sounds like I'm defending him, let me say this. So on the live, I was like, guys, I am on an animal-based diet and I just started it, like not even a year in. He's been doing it 4 years. And one of his, because he preaches about these ancestral tenets, one of them is to always get sun. So that's why he's all red. And so I was like, imagine working out as strenuous as he does, as long as he does, with the diet that he does. I've been on that diet for less than a year. I'm like jacked right now. I feel like I'm like crazy jacked from doing that diet. I think that you could get
Chris getting big body out here. I be seeing the reels and whatnot. I'm like, sheesh. Okay, Chris, I see you.
Dude, I legit went from so I was during the pandemic. I had put on a lot of weight. I was major dad bod. I was XL to XL. Then I joined this vintage fitness challenge with like End of the World and a few other homies, and I lost a lot of weight because we had to put in money. I ended up losing. But I put in not a lot of money, but I put in $50. But I ended up losing a good amount of weight, and I ended up going to large tees. So I sold all my XLs, and I bought a bunch of larges. Now that I've been working out, I'm going up to XL, but it's a boxy XL. It's like a 20 to pit, 28, 29 top. I could do even 27 top to bottom.
Whoa!
So it's super boxy. So now all the larges that I bought,
mediums, bro.
Now all those larges I bought, I'm selling them in exchange for boxy XLs. I'm like Christian Bale right now. I'm just like getting skinny, like.
Hey, Chris, pretty soon enough, you might be wearing crop tops. He said 25 length.
Yeah, man, but I don't know, bro. I posted that reel yesterday of like did you see my post-workout smoothie?
Yeah, everybody was geeking. I was reading the comments. I was like, even on live, like I hopped on Crazy Loco's open live, his blinded with All Over Prince and Herb.
What were they saying?
And Nick was just like, dude, you see Chris, bro? Liver King. And then Rodrigo was just like, that's health. That's something you don't know anything about.
Yo, those boys always be roasting each other. I love watching that show just for that. Like they'll be doing blinds and just talking shit to each other. Like
right. Herb was just like, why are you hating, Nick?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I came across that diet after actually Andrina's mom, wifey's mom, put us on. So basically her mom had like a crazy like a kidney thing that would put her in excruciating pain. And there was nothing she could do about it. Doctors were like, there's nothing you can do. Just eat healthy. But like, even when she would eat healthy, what she thought was healthy, she would get these attacks of pain. And she started doing research and she came across this carnivore diet, animal-based diet. And it worked for her. And I remember when I saw it, I was like, you're crazy. Just eating meat all day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I saw her transformation and her not suffering from that pain anymore, it prompted me to read up on it. And, I'm not going to sit here and preach it. I'm just going to say it for me. I know a lot of people who aren't on that diet. I know a lot of vegans and people that have their own diets that just works for them, and more power to them. I just want everybody to do what makes them happy.
Of course.
But, I did share yesterday, I don't know, Instagram is all about reels now. So I try to make a reel about everything. I made a reel about that when wifey was making the shake, never planning actually to post that. But I just thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool little moment with my family.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
I'm going to share it with everybody because it is pretty off the wall. But yeah, man, there was some people who were like, yo, this is interesting. And other people that were disgusted. And it was crazy to see all the different reactions in the chat. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But I will always say, don't knock it till you try it.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Don't knock, because I guarantee you, like, you probably don't even taste the liver.
Yeah, well, you taste the aftertaste, but it's not like, because I've eaten it raw, I've eaten it cooked. And one thing about the shake is that you'll still have the aftertaste, like when you breathe, you'll taste it. But yeah, when you're drinking it, it tastes like a smoothie. But what's good about that aftertaste with the smoothie is that it kind of got me used to the flavor of. It got me like, it kind of gently got me used to eating liver, and now I'm at a point where I'm like, liver can't get raw. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I just don't want to do protein shakes and like pre-workouts and all that stuff, because I've heard like from other people that it damages your kidneys in the long run. So yeah, man, I just go all natural when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, personally, me personally, when it comes to my fitness or like supplements, like the only thing I really take is like multivitamins and like fish oil, but I don't really take like pre-workout or protein shakes. I just get that straight from the source, the meat. But yeah, I don't believe in pre-workout. I don't need it to pump me up or get motivated or get me hyped up. I just need my music and be in the right mental state when I'm in the gym.
Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes like when I would be like hungover that I would want to take pre-workout, you know, because it's just like
it wakes you up.
No matter how early I would go, once you're done with that first set, you feel good.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're awake and you're ready to lift. Yeah.
Yep.
My dad used to follow all those workouts and do like protein shakes, the pre-workouts, all that stuff. Like 20 years later, he's got kidney problems like crazy and all this stuff.
Oh, dang.
I definitely stay away from like the protein powders and all that stuff.
No, for sure. Because yeah, you just don't know what like they really put in it. I mean, they may have the label, but who knows what they really put in it?
And they can put anything in that bottle and throw it on the shelf. There's no regulation as to what goes into it. So
right.
Them don't know anything about what's in that bottle right there.
Right.
Facts. Also this week on the Pop Shop live show that I was doing, another thing that came up, because I'll play songs while I'm doing blind bids or whatever. I played that new Drake song, Staying Alive.
Pretty fire.
Bro, does Drake miss?
No, Drake does not miss.
He can close his eyes and he'll still.
He can. Okay. So I usually do this with like every new album that comes out. With like if it's an artist that I do like or I want to give it a listen, when I go to the gym, I listen to their whole album from track 1 to the end. Right. Take the time to listen to it. Yeah. So when Honestly Nevermind came out, the H&M mall music, I was real hyped. I waited till midnight and I was like, yo, what is this? This is not a vibe. Then when I took a vacation recently to Italy for 3 weeks, and then I came back home to California for a week, they were all bumping that album. And I'm like, yo, this shit's whack, but I'm around them, so they're like listening it to more, and next thing you know, I'm in the car just dancing to it.
Cool, bro. It happened to me too. Now that album to me, Honestly Nevermind, is an album of no skips. It's a vibe.
It's fire.
Yeah,
I like it.
First, I thought it was only like 4 tracks on there that I banged, and I was like, "Oh, that's it." I was like, "Oh, damn."
What is your favorite track off on Honestly Nevermind?
Man, I like them all, really, bro. I don't think I have. When I first heard the album, I was like, "All right, this is not like blowing my mind, but I'm not skipping anything." I was like, so I'll say I'll give this album a 7. Because a 7 out of 10, just because it has no skips. You could play it while you're partying, hanging out with people. Like it's good time fuel, and it's good. But now I'm gonna stay at 7, because what happened then was I would just play it like in the background whenever I was doing anything. It's a vibe, hanging out with friends, family.
Right.
And next thing you know, you learn all the lyrics, and it's good. It's not.
Staying Alive.
Is it going to be a classic? I don't think anybody thinks it's going to be a classic, but guess what? I think it is going to be a classic.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a classic for sure.
I think creep up low key as a classic.
Yeah. The album grew on me, so like now I'm like even listening to it. I'm like bumping like H&M music in the gym, just grooving.
It's kind of like it's a little bit of a guilty pleasure, low key.
Yeah, and to bring it back, you say, does Drake miss? I don't think Drake misses. Every album or feature or song that he's on, I feel like it doesn't miss. Like
It doesn't, bro.
he's not gonna have one bad album to me, because every album is gonna have a banger on it, a few bangers on it.
Yeah, there was one album that I could not rock with. I actually still don't know it to this day. I heard it and I was like, oh, I can't do this. It was Scorpion. I couldn't rock with Scorpion.
What?
Yeah, but I brought that up the other day on a live, and somebody was like, "Yo, you're tripping. You need to listen to it."
Dude, you are tripping, Chris.
Yeah, okay, because look, so with Certified, all right, so Certified Lover Boy, I played it, and I was like, I'm not really digging this one either, but it's better than Scorpion because at least I like 2 or 3 songs.
I actually like that one.
Really? So Scorpion is better than CLB.
Yeah, Scorpion is better than CLB.
I got to go back. Name me the songs. What are the songs that I got to go back to? Where should I start?
Scorpion, Mob Ties, Non-Stop.
Wait, these are the singles though.
They're still
No, these are on the album.
No, non-single bangers.
Non-single, March 14th, Sandra's Rose, Ratchet Happy Birthday.
Oh,
Ratchet Happy Birthday. Come on now.
Okay.
Oh, damn, I'm watching this album.
All right, I got to go back. I got to go back. Oh, you know what?
Jaded on Scorpion is good too.
Jaded. All right.
Jaded is. I like it. I can't recommend it to everybody.
Hey, look, I'm the person that you could recommend even like the obscure Drake to. I mean, what's
That's
obscure?
okay.
What is obscure from Drake though? Because he's he's mainstream. But you get what I'm saying? Like the stuff that you wouldn't think that the stuff you wouldn't think that would be liked by from or that people would notice in Drake's catalog. My favorite song from Drake is "Feel No Ways."
Oh, now you're trying to make me feel away.
Yeah, dude, that's my favorite song from Drake ever. And that's not even like one of his hard rap ones. I remember when I said that to some friends, they were like, "Really? That's your favorite song?" And so yes, I'll accept the obscure Drake recommendations for sure. But on this new song that he dropped, the one with Khaled, it's with him and the baby or Lil Baby. So crazy, man. Whenever you see Lil Baby on the track, you're like, okay, any minute now that crazy ass flow is gonna pop in. And sure enough,
you know what? Like
first, you're waiting for him, and he does not disappoint.
He does not disappoint, not at all. And
who is harder? Who went harder though? Drake or
who went hard? Who went harder on that song?
Drake or Lil Baby on that track?
Lil Baby.
Bro,
Lil Baby went harder on that song. He had the better bars.
Nah, you're right. No, verse-wise, yes, but I think they're neck and neck on that one because Drake just delivered the hook that whenever it comes in, try me on it. Bro, as soon as that drops, like,
crazy, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I follow DJ Khaled on Instagram. I love that fool. He cracks me up every single time. God, dude.
God, dude. Yo, but another speaking of DJ Khaled, so another thing that people brought up, they were like, "Yo, his voice is so annoying on the track," and I was like, I could get why people say that, but for me, when I hear DJ Khaled on the track, I'm like, I get comfortable. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a banger.
Yeah, it's a banger coming.
He's another one that, yes, although he's like real life, like you still know it's a banger. You know what I mean?
Did you watch the music video?
Huh?
Did you watch the music video to Staying Alive?
No.
Yo, you gotta watch it. DJ Khaled is a clown.
Okay. We watch it.
He's a clown in it. He's such a clown. That's why I love him so much. But every time I see him in music videos, he's either just, in the background chilling or he's like, another one.
Eyes all wide.
Another one.
Yeah, man. I think whenever you hear his voice on the track, like, even though, and somebody did say like, nah, it's annoying on the live. And I was like, let me ask you a question though. And I was like, let me ask you one question though, because I can see why you say that. And you know, there is reason for you to say that, but I do have to ask you this. Are you a Tyler fan? Because he did say some foul shit about Tyler. And then sure enough, the guy started laughing. He's like, yeah, I'm a Tyler fan. I was like, look, that was some bitch ass shit to do to Tyler. But still, put that aside, whenever DJ Khaled does speak on a track, is it a banger, yes or no? Yes, it is.
It is. It's because I remember watching the interview. I forgot what interview it was on on the podcast or radio show, but I remember Tyler like flaming DJ Khaled for like doing that to him.
Oh yeah, no, he got at him pretty crazy.
Yeah, he did. But that album, I mean, I'm not gonna front. That Tyler album is really good.
Oh no!
Hell yeah!
He for that.
Really good.
Igor's crazy.
He went crazy on that.
I saw Call Me If You Get Lost in San Diego. That was a good ass concert.
Damn, that's sick, bro. Yeah, no, that album is great. And, you know, I like Tyler a lot when he first came out. It was new. You know, he had that Kanye vouch. And I was like, yo, this is sick. I like this dude's style. I love how unique he is. But then I kind of fell off of him on all his albums, never really tuning into him. I just felt like it was younger music, you know? And but I always check in. Every album, I always check in. And this last one, I was stuck in. I think it might have been the DJ, what was his name? DJ Drama? Was it Drama on his thing?
Yeah, he's the one who produced the whole album pretty much, DJ Drama.
Yeah, I think it was the DJ Drama on there. It took me back to early 2000s, like 2000 when I was in high school, and I would listen to DJ Drama on everything, you know, doing mixtapes with Wayne. That might have been the hook right there. Tyler, if that's why you added Drama on the album, that was very smart because you got your crowd of youngsters, and you also got old fucks like me, too. That was smart. Oh, shit. Yeah, man. That's a sign of a banger. All right, other things that happened this week. On Sunday, I went to Rose Bowl. Oh, so when I met you, was that the first time we met at Rose Bowl?
Yeah, that's the first time we met. I remember.
That was your first time at Bowl as well, right?
Yeah, I went up to Chris, and I went up to the rack and was like kind of trying to push him out the way. So I
he was trying to display rack dominance. He was putting everything towards you.
I was just like, oh, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah, man. How was that for you? What did you think about your first Bowl visit?
It was awesome. I've always been wanting to go to Rose Bowl. Obviously, you see it all over social media, and I knew of Rose Bowl even way before like I knew vintage, because my parents would always go to flea markets. But I had a good experience. I got to meet a lot of people that I never met, and it's kind of like you said, it's kind of like a hub to like link up with all the vintage cats. And not only just like the vintage side of Rose Bowl, but I like the antiques, like all the random cool knickknacks and little stuff that you can buy and vinyl. So I had a blast at Rose Bowl. It was awesome. Yeah,
you killed it. Did you pick up some good stuff?
What did I pick up? I picked up a Brandy Rap tee from Rewind from Sean. I picked up. Yeah, shut up, Sean. What else did I pick up? I picked up Lauryn Hill rap tee of Junwoo.
Okay.
What else did I pick up? Oh, and then like a West Side Connection off Privilege.
Oh, dope.
That boy Serge.
Shout out Serge. Yeah. So, how long were you there for? Did you get there early?
Yeah, I got there real early. I think because I went with Rich and Brandon Throwback, so we got there probably at like 6, 7 in the morning, and then I had to fly out that day back to New Mexico. So I was probably there till like probably 12 or 1 in the afternoon.
Oh damn, you did a nice little stretch then.
Yeah, but I was just like, I kind of like my main mission during Rose Bowl was obviously to find some stuff to buy, but I wanted to chill and just see everybody and meet everybody.
Overwhelmed or underwhelmed by what you saw there?
Overwhelmed.
So much stuff.
A lot of stuff. And it's just like, because you know how like the whole side, like that one side is just really like just like the vintage, right?
Right.
And then you got the whole other side that's filled with a whole bunch of other stuff to include vintage as well. So I'm like, yo, there's so much to like walk through and look at.
Yeah, it's great. I just went this past Sunday, and I had my best Rose Bowl visit ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah?
So, yeah, got so much shit. I got megas. I got a gang of shit.
Sheesh.
It was wild, man. It was one of my best ones. I got there right at 5, and I was there till, I don't know exactly what time, but definitely stayed the latest I've ever stayed. Couldn't have been past 10, though. Maybe 10. I was there for a good 5 hours, just digging it out. But I have to say, a lot of the reason it was one of my best trips is because of the prep that went into it. Like, I was ready for it this time. Because a lot of times I'll go, I'm either hella tired, no sleep, or like So basically what I'm trying to say is I came up with my official Rose Bowl regimen that I'm going to do every time. So y'all watch out because I'm coming crazy every month.
Whoa. You gonna make a reel on it? You gonna make a reel on it? Hey, I think I know what it is. It's the liver.
It's the liver shake.
It's the liver shake.
So look, usually when I go to bowl, I'm hella tired. So that fucks me up. So I'm like, all right, well, let me get some coffee. But then I drink coffee, and then next thing you know, I get the coffee shits. And I'm at bowl trying to look through racks, but then I'm like, damn, I gotta, I'm clenching. It's not comfortable. And you can't do it, bro. There's people there, like, you gotta get to it. Don't waste my time.
He's flipping through the rack, clenching his butt cheeks.
We just see him sweating at the racks, He's sweating the bangers. It's because he's clenching.
Is that like, I feel like that's a common thing. Like, people drink coffee and like they instantly have to take a shit after they drink coffee.
Yeah, it's a natural diuretic. Yeah.
It's a diuretic, definitely.
Oh, the more you know. I didn't even know that.
So like over the past few months since Rose Bowl opened up after the pandemic, I've been going and I've been like, just like trying to figure out what's going to be my most effective way of doing it, because I need to be able to come here and do it comfortably. There's people who stay here all day. How do they do that?
Right.
So I'm like, all right, get some good sleep. And next month I try coffee. Next month I try no coffee. So I've done waking up early as hell, no coffee. Hell no. I'm dead tired, And, when you're there, you got to talk to people, wheel and deal.
Right.
And if you don't have energy to talk to people, if you're just annoyed by them, it's like, it's a problem. So this month, I feel like I narrowed down the process that goes into pre-bowl, and This is what I do. All right, get ready. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm
about to hear some gems.
So basically,
gems.
Saturday, go hard in the gym and do cardio. So you lift and do cardio so that you're hella tired. Get to bed at a reasonable hour. I was in bed by 10 o'clock, knocked out at 10 o'clock. So 8 o'clock, I dropped everything, got ready for bed. 10 o'clock, I'm knocked.
Okay.
I set my alarm. You have to be there at 5. I set my alarm for 3, 2 hours before it opens. And I did this because I wanted to wake up, immediately drink coffee, get the coffee shits out the way.
Okay.
Get ready, get into my zone. So that's exactly what I did. 3 a.m. I woke up. I steamed my tea. I picked out my outfit. I got my stuff together, my bag, my card, everything. I felt like a real Rose Bowl pro this time too because I brought like a full-along cart. So it was the first time I'd ever done that. So I got everything ready, got all my stuff together, had the coffee, had my coffee shit. 4 a.m. I'm ready to go. So I take my time. That's another thing is rushing like will mess up your morning. So I take my time, get there, boom, walking in. I'm feeling good, bro. Best Rose Bowl trip I have ever had. I was there the latest I had ever been. No clenching, and just like patience to go through everything, chop it up with everyone. And I found a lot of stuff. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. And you've been killing it, man. You've been, I know because you're doing, how many Pop Shop lives are you doing a week?
Yes, I do Pop Shop Live weekly. And then I also have an event on the app called Cyber Swap, which is a 2-day event. So I'm doing like crazy shows, like 6 shows a month.
Yeah, so you're constantly always having to get inventory, and you've been killing that, getting like a lot of good stuff. Like,
thanks, man. This is going to be for Monday's show. I got this Mary, this Biggie right here, the fattest show. Well, is
that Aaliyah going to be up there?
The Aaliyah's going to be on Monday. This Pearl Jam.
The Aaliyah, bro.
I got even more stuff that I don't even have hanging up right now because it's in the wash, but I got a crazy, the Jenny McCarthy where she's on the bed?
Oh,
Jenny going up. I got a lot of bangers going up.
I like the bottom.
I tried messing around with like putting mids up on the show, but I feel like people know me for bangers, like not even the crazy banger, but just because of Virtual Fleet, people honestly bangers start at $1. So I embrace it. I'll bring you guys the bangers. So tune into the Pop Shop.
Start them at $1.
Hell yeah! So for every Pop Shop Live, like, is there a specific amount of teas that you're always needing to like list and curate, like a specific amount that you're set out to buy?
Yeah, so I go for 20 auctions, and then I have also another stock. So I have a shelf right here categorized by music, entertainment, cartoons, art, obscure, and I use that for blind bids. So I have a bunch of other stuff that I don't even show for blind bids. So like I have a young rookie LeBron tee over there right now. I got some dope like that Smoking Grooves rap tee.
Oh, that one's cool. With Outkast?
Outkast and Lauren on it. I got a crazy Freddy Krueger that is super rare. I got a Rocco. Like, I just have stuff on deck. Like, Rose Bowl.
Hell yeah.
Rose Bowl.
Hell yeah. What were you going to say about the Keith?
Oh, yeah. So the Keith. This is the Keith that I don't know if you saw, but I'm doing this thing called Operation Fade to Gray, a.k.a. hashtag.
I've been paying attention. I'm
on day 15. And so basically, for everybody who's watching, if you don't know what that is, I want to learn how to fade a shirt like this one. Like, I'm a sucker for a fade. I love fades. This Keith Sweat tee, I love it. I've always wanted it, but when I got it, jet black, like brand new black. And, bring it over here. Pass it on. Now, so what I decided to do was start an experiment where I'm going to run in it for 30 days straight and see if we can get a fade on it. So that's it right now. Let's see if we have a shirt that has like a jet black tee. All right, so here's a jet black tee like this shirt was in the beginning. Let's see. Is there a fade? Do you see a little fade?
Oh, yeah. You can see the big difference already. After 15 days?
Yeah, 15 days, bro. Because it was like this when I got it. I couldn't stand it. So we got another 15 days to run on that, and we'll see where it's at. I would like for it to be like this. If it works, I'm gonna do it to all the tees because I love that fade. But what's been really cool is that it's gotten other people to join too, and they're.
Yeah, I saw Radley was doing it and whatnot. Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool. You started a movement with it, which is really cool. And I've been meaning to say, I remember when I first followed you on Instagram, I know like everything was about vintage, but I just love how you've expanded.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
You've expanded. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. You're expanding. So you've taken more opportunities to network and brand yourself. So you're very diverse in a lot of different areas. You implemented the workout videos, your protein shakes, all these cool reels, little day in the life things. Like, that's cool. You know what I mean? And it's not just vintage, but you still incorporate vintage with it. And I love that. It's dope to see that on your stories. I look forward to watching your stories. Your stories are entertaining.
Right? Thank you, brother. Yeah, man, it's kind of, and what's great about that is that it happened naturally. Like, it wasn't like, I want to, take this newfound fame that I have within the community and, make it as if I'm cool and it's about me. No, what happened was really Virtual Flea changed my life. Like, hosting during the pandemic, all those lives kind of got people into me, which was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. There's times where I'm just like, man, I wish I could just post teas and, nobody knows about me. I miss those days because now when I make a move, there's always people who have an opinion about me and things that I'm doing. And, it's direct to me when I was a faceless 1980 something cool account, I could just experiment with things and people wouldn't even notice it, But, I'm embracing what happened during the pandemic and Virtual Flea and kind of just being like, God will never give you nothing that you can't handle. And
never.
For a reason. So have fun.
There's always
so I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And it is definitely outside my comfort zone, but it's cool to just put my life on display and
hell yeah. No, there's
eliminate with it well.
I love how you say that. God will always give you God will never give you something that you can't handle. Every time I feel challenged or like frustrated, I always look at it as like God's challenging me or giving me a test, so that's just hella sick that you're just doing all this again. But I wanted to ask too, like, in the past 2 years, life has changed dramatically for you, huh?
In the past 2 years, yeah, man. I mean, like I said, ever since Virtual Flea, yeah, for sure. That shit was crazy.
It's crazy how everything changes so quick, right?
Yeah.
It's 2020, yeah.
Yeah, man, because in 2020, I started hosting Virtual Flea, and, I didn't realize the power of having everybody at home and rallying around me as I host live shows. I didn't even realize what was going on. Now, as, we move further and further away from that, I see it because it's kind of put me into this position, and it's crazy. It's something that I'm really thankful for, and I'm happy for all the challenges and everything that's happened since.
Yeah, there's always a blessing in the lesson. That's the way I look at it.
Oh yeah. There was like so many people showing love, And I was like, man, you got to just stay humble, you know, because I don't know where I heard it, but it's like it's those same people that will support you will also down you the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, stay humble, because that shit right there is not real. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like, it's nice, but it's also not real, because you're in a position where people are all looking at you. So you're going to get a lot of that at one point. But then, are you ready for when that's not happening?
Exactly.
And I'm so used to like the dark times. I'm so used to putting in the work. I've said, like I always say, like winning is easy. It's the losing part that you got to get good at. It's the losing part where you get built, where you get formed, or you get.
That's where you grow.
Ready? Yeah. Exactly. That's where you grow. You know, winning, do that shit all day. Winning is easy, you know, but it's in those dark times that you really got to put in the work.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, I remember I would like be desperate trying to get a spot on the virtual fleet when you would raffle a spot.
Dude, we would raffle off spots. That's crazy, man. Yeah.
Right? And now I would think, I was like, dude, I'm hoping I could get a spot.
There would be like 300 to 400, 500 people entering the raffle to be a vendor on virtual fleet. It was nutty, man.
Yeah, I'd be like, dude, when am I ever going to get a fucking spot? This is like a struggle right now, dude.
Oh, that was a crazy, crazy time. But shout out all the lives that are going on right now and expanding on that and making it so now going live is a regular thing. You know, it's super.
Hell yeah.
Regular.
No, it was a trip thing when I got back from my deployment. Like, all these live shows. All these live shows. I was gone for like 6 months. Now we got like 13 on my freaking header on Instagram. I'm like, yo, like back when before I left, there was like only 4 or 5 shows.
And I knew I was like, it's going to get to that. I knew it was going to happen. Or once I saw that it was a good thing, I was like, good things don't stay like, you know, to one person. And it shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, I got to say I'm super blessed. I get to just work from home and host lives. Other people deserve to do that too.
Right.
And, somebody said, like, it's cool how you stay cool about that, because, you know, it's pretty much people are, you know, getting in on your territory. Well, yeah. Like I said, once something gets good, it doesn't stay for one person forever. There's more there, and even if at first it seems like, how will it work when so many people are hosting lives? You can't think about that. That's fear, right? Fear is being scared of something that hasn't happened yet. Instead, look at everything else in this world that has ever been good, and everybody hops in on it, and everybody's able to eat and survive. How? You know, they just find a way. So
no, it was super sick. Like, I remember when I was doing my show every Thursday. I remember DZ hit me up. He was like, "Hey Kwon, I'm like real scared to do my show. I want to start a live called DZ Got Heat Fridays or something like that." He was like, "What do you think I should do?" And I was like, "Just do it. Don't be worried about the views or whatnot. Just be you." And look at his show now. I'm like, that's crazy.
I'm super proud of him. Some people even hit me up and say, "I'm going to start a live show. I just want to let you know I don't want to step on your toe." I'm like, bro, it's a free, like, you know, go start a live, bro. Go do that. Because like I said, I knew going into it, I was like, good things don't stay to one person, you know? And that's not a bad thing. You should be happy that, and I am happy that I started something that now a lot of people do and are eating off of and enjoying it. You know, sometimes I go into some of these live rooms and there's people bidding and selling that I've never even talked to, that I don't even know about. I'm like, damn, these are like all these little sub kind of like niche lives for different things. And I'm super proud of seeing what it's grown into, and excited.
Hell yeah.
Keep growing. And that's actually why I jumped on the pop shop thing, because I'm like, if I really love this thing and I really am about sellers, you know, getting their money, then I should be able to empower more sellers to go live on their own. So that's why so that's why like Pop Shop has all the features that you need for you to go live with your audience. And that's why I really believe in the Pop Shop thing, and that's why I go so hard on it, because I believe that the next trend is going to be people going live on their own.
If you believe in it, then it's going to work. Just as long as you believe, you give yourself a reason to believe in something, it'll work. Just as long as you put in the work.
Yeah.
So I remember I've only done the Pop Shop live once, which is when you did the first cyber swap.
Yeah.
And that's probably like the most money I've made within 3.5 hours.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I sold.
Bro, you never came back. I thought you had a bad time. I was like, oh, man.
No. I didn't have a bad time. It's just like I was just so busy with a whole bunch of stuff. But I definitely do want to come back for another cyber swap because I'm building more inventory as time goes on. But no, that day I did like 3.5, close to 4 hours, and I sold like I think between 15 and 20 shirts, and I came out with like the most money I've made within a 3.5, 4 hour live. Just
hell yeah!
So shout out Pop Shop, shout out you. The promotion was great.
I'm over here thinking like, damn, my homies, he must have got robbed. He's never.
No, I didn't get robbed. I didn't get robbed. Like, cause I had so much stuff that I wanted to sell, but I was just like, I'm not gonna lie. Like throughout the live, I was like, dude, I'm getting tired because I used to be able to go on live for hours, and now I'm just like after 3, 4, maybe even after 1 hour, I'm like, dude, I'm kind of over it, tired.
Yeah, man.
No, I want to thank you for that.
Hours. So for everybody watching, CyberSwap is a 2-day event on the Pop Shop Live app from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 hours. And in that time, it's just like you're running a regular booth. When you're at an event, you're there for 6, 8, 10 hours, just hanging out at your booth and people will come in. But this time it's all virtual. So I'll be there for the full 6 hours, auctioning things. People come in for different auctions. And while they're there, they shop through my Buy It Nows that I'll have off on the link. So just to give people some context of how that's different from what we do on Instagram. But yeah, you got to figure out a way to make it. So what I do is I run a 30-minute auctions. So each shirt, like say like this Mary J. Blige, I'll throw it up. I'll start it right now. I'll let the auction run for 30 minutes. People are like, why is it running for 30 minutes? They're so used to the Instagram 5-minute auction.
Right.
But I'm like, I do it that way so that I can create a schedule of all the auctions. So you know exactly what time each starts. And even if you're late, you have a half hour till it ends. While you're there, we could chop it up. So the cool thing about the app is that it's all in real time. So like if you come in, I'm seeing you. We're having a conversation, no lag.
Right.
You can shop through my Buy Nows, and it's just really interactive. But yeah, the 6 hours definitely like I got to have Angel here with me. We got to be chopping.
Of course.
But
yeah, no, it was super the way because obviously I didn't do selling on my own till the cyber swap, but I did a hop on with you on blind bids and whatnot. But I just love the convenience of it. Like you said, like I don't have to worry about counting down because I'm not gonna even front. I hate counting down.
Yeah.
And then a new bid comes in and you're like, all right, let me count down again. It's like I might have to do like 13 countdowns.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they can pay on the spot, they can do their own
shit. Buyers after the auctions. Like I love when I hop off on a Monday after my show. I'm just done. I go chill with the fam. I'm shipping everything tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah, but I love it. Yeah, but like I said, man, shout out to you. That's the most money I've made within that 3.5, 4 hours ever of selling vintage. So shout out Pop Shop, shout out Chris, and it brought me more followers too. So it's more branding. And more
followers.
Okay, guys, I'm not paying him to say this.
I'm being for real though. Like if you guys want to look at it from a business point of view, right? If you're popping on Instagram or whatever platform and you bring it to another platform with a whole new crowd of people, with more people, you're bound to get more of a following and more branding and your name out there.
Yeah. I mean, that's the cool thing about CyberSwap is that it's all these vendors kind of cross-promoting each other. We promote on my Instagram, 100K followers. We promote on Vintage Awards. And it's just like, because you're a part of that, you're on that roster, everybody sees. Everybody sees you. So it's really good exposure.
Hell yeah. Like if I till this day, I still think like, even though like I curated rap tees and whatnot, I thank you for you letting me hop on the live with you on Insta and Wiz, because that brought me a bigger following.
Hey, bro, that was all you, man. I always say you came on with the energy. Some people go on live, they don't hit like that. But it's like when people see like a genuine dude, just, good stuff, bringing the energy, that's what matters. That's what makes selling live a different animal and a more fun and engaging and interactive way to sell, because your buyers get to know you more. And you can't really put a price on that. It's amazing.
No, for sure. And then to see I had a good time in at virtual in Chicago. I had a hell of a good time. That was my first virtual flea. And met Schmediums over there, my boy. We had dinner. You know, we had this pizza.
That was fun, man. Yeah, virtual Chicago is so good. Sheesh, that was a blast. But yeah, man, speaking of having 100K, I just said right now, like, we promote 100K. I actually just dropped back down to 99K followers. Yesterday. Yes.
So people are following you.
Yeah, bro. So at the highest, I had 100,800 followers. So I've lost, and you know, you're gaining as you're losing. So I've lost thousands of followers. I don't even know what that is. What I lost, it happened when I posted the liver video. So maybe they're like, this is disgusting. I don't know.
I said, no, this dude, he crossed the line right there. Not the liver.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. But the way I feel about it is, like, even when I got to 100K followers, it's not something that I set out for. You know, I was never like,
it happened naturally.
Yeah, it happened just through working hard. And I know a lot of people that along the way were like, I'm going to beat you to 70K or 20K. Just like, I'm going to beat you to 100K. And I was like, go ahead, you know, and they use the hashtags and they do all this stuff. But for me, I've never really, it's kind of crazy. I think what has made me get the following that I have is not caring about it. Kind of just being myself and staying true to me and posting stuff that I care about, not being afraid to break out. You know, you see some accounts that have been posting the same shit, the same style for years, and they don't get out. And, you know, it's just like, which is fine. You have your you do it. I'm actually not even saying anything negative towards that. But I feel like what has helped me grow is that I'm always changing. But what happens when you do change is that you're going to lose people who followed you for a previous thing. But you're going to gain people that are going to follow you for the new thing. So I feel like I'm kind of in a pivotal point right now, right when I hit 100K, where it's just like, I'm not really going live as much on Instagram. I'm posting, you know, I'm a t-shirt account posting myself without a t-shirt. You know? What the hell is going on? But again, I'm going to stay true to me because I've never done it. I've never done what I do for followers. If you rock with me, you rock with me, great. But
of course,
I'm going to curate what I want. I'm going to show you what I want.
You change certain things to get where you need to get and do what you have to do, but you don't change who you are as a person at its core and your morals and who you are as a person. So change is always good because change is for better or worse. And when people see you change and when you become more successful as you already are and continue to be more successful, then they're going to start fucking with you again.
Yeah, most definitely. That's like,
as cliche as it sounds, like real talk, as cliche as it sounds, like I guarantee you, Chris, like there's a lot of people that envy you.
Oh, definitely.
Think so?
No, I wouldn't even play it off like that. Like a lot of people envy a lot of people. You know what I mean? Because you've had a great amount of success, and you should be proud of it. You should own it. You did it. You know what I mean?
I think you should expect it.
I think because I think the thing is that kind of surprised me about that is that I've never been like boastful. You know, I've never tried to rub it in anybody's face or be like, yo, what's up? Yo, I'm popping. You know what I mean? I've just always been very like, because I'm just not like that. So for someone to kind of feel some type of way, pretty much to be pressed about me just doing me it's a foreign concept to me.
No, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised because people don't say it. They're not going to say it to your face sometimes. You know what I mean? So I've experienced that from like me firsthand. Like I know people who envy me, but people don't they don't say it to my face. But like I have other homies who know that person, and they're like jealous of me for no damn reason. I'm like doing my own thing. And I'm just like, I'm just doing me. Like, can I not do what I want to do or do what I love doing?
That's how you know you're doing great though.
Exactly.
Haters, bro. Yeah.
I know I could never, man. I could never. I always got love for people that I see coming up, man.
Of course.
But
it's always about bringing, helping other people eat, helping other people grow, teaching, putting them on game, you can't put everybody on game with certain things, but you can put people on game. You know what I mean? Because there's always certain information that you don't want to leak out to people. You know?
No, you can give base information real quick.
Exactly. So, but it's at the end of the day, man. It's always I'm very about caring for other people and putting people on game and being able to help people. You got to help one another.
Yeah, man, we have to, bro. I say to my kids, like,
be kind.
A reason, I feel like the meaning for life is for us to be, like, we're in an experiment. We have to be here for each other. You know, we have these social constructs, these things that are man-made, like money, currency, government, that kind of get in the way of that. But I think ultimately, we should be helping each other out and helping us get to, you know, imagine if we helped each other all, because we have the capacity to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like me. We got to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Close us off.
Right.
And the reason I came up with this because when I created Virtual Flea at the beginning of the pandemic, I was like helping other people. That changed my life by helping others. By taking the time to sit there and just have people use my following to sell their stuff. Changed my life. And I was like, damn, I could do things not for me, instead do them for others. And that comes back to me.
Yeah.
Like, shit, this is what it's all about.
Hell
like,
yeah. What goes around comes around.
Yeah. And on top of that, there's so much value in that. Like, you feel so fulfilled that it's kind of like my mission now. Like I kind of have almost like, I don't know if I'll be using the term right, but almost like a savior complex when it comes to the community. You know what I mean? Like,
damn, Chris, you're my savior.
I feel like I got to do things for the community to help people, and like you get what I'm saying. Like, what is savior?
No, for sure.
A savior complex is when you a savior complex is touchy. It's touchy. I think a savior complex. It's a real thing. It's like a medical term, like a psychology term. It's like when you unjustly feel or inappropriately feel like you are responsible or have to save something. Yeah. And at least that's what I think it means from the Kendrick Lamar album that I heard. From the latest album. But like a part of me feels that way because I have a big following, I have an influence. Yeah. People listen to what I say sometimes all the time, or at least the hearts up when I say certain things. So I feel like
they don't listen to that liver though.
Except the liver. So I feel like, damn, I got to put on for vintage, you know. But
no, of course, because you feel like you got to hold.
I got to chill on that. You got to chill on that.
Like, no, because I definitely could understand where you're coming from. Like, sometimes you may have to feel like you got to hold it down or kind of like be the rock because you have such a strong influence with what you've built and what you have. Yeah. So you have with all this following, you have like that power. You have like a say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So honestly,
your words
here, I had to stop and be like, all right, I got to focus on myself a little bit more. Focus on, you know, not always be like I don't have to think that way. I noticed that I was doing that and it's unhealthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that. I definitely don't want anybody thinking like I'm, you know, that like I'm the head or someone that they have to go through or like I'm gatekeeping.
You know, I'm some Kanye shit. You know, I am God.
I'm God.
I told you who I was.
Dude, so the thing about that is somebody did say, Chris, you have a God complex. I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
Right.
I feel like some people just see me and just assume right away that like I'm the boss. It's like, bro, chill. I'm just chilling. I'm just having fun, trying to help people, trying to help myself, having a good time. I'm definitely not starting no vintage mafia. You know, like some dude was like, some dude roasted my fit the other day on Instagram. And then he was like, he wrote, yeah, fuck you. I don't give a shit about you and your community. I was like, my community? What are you talking about? Like,
I don't own this. Like,
because I had booted him from a live for like flaking on a deal. And he's like, yeah, I don't need you in your community. And I feel he like that statement represented like a sentiment that I've heard from other people as well, that I created the community and that people follow me. And it's like, I'm the, like, you know, kind of the Jesus, like they're going to do what I say. And that I have the ability to cancel people. I've never done that. That's never been the case. I don't want that. If I have booted someone from a live, there's a just reason. You flaked on an auction or you flaked,
right?
You know, and I don't just do it on hearsay too. I have to do my own research. I'll reach out to you.
Right.
I'll check in on it, you know, kind of like God would. Shit.
I'll
forgive you. I'm forgiving.
You said you want to repent?
Shit.
Oh, man, I'm done.
Yo, man, I be chilling, bro. I just be doing me. You probably experienced this. Sometimes you just do you and people get pressed. You know, it's really...
Yeah, no, it's a trip how it really works. Like, you could just be doing your own thing. And, you know, that's one of the downsides of social media is that you could always look high and low, right? Social media is very misconstruing. I don't know, can't find a word, but like they only see the surface, right? They only see what's on Instagram, but they don't know what goes behind the scenes or what you're going through physically and mentally as a person sometimes.
Yeah, that's guys, if anybody ever wants context or anything, like, or, you know, chop it up, my DMs are always open. What's funny is that, like, people will try to stir some up in, like, a live chat or, like, on a post, on a comment. It's like, bro, you know I have a DM, right? You know we could just chop it up. You know, you could just...
Yeah.
Just hit me.
I guess that's not how it works, but, you know... Still.
No, because I definitely felt like that for, like... Because I have my vintage page on, like, my personal Instagram. And, you know, like, sometimes, like, that's why I'm very about, like, yo, check in on your people, put people on game, and ask people how they're doing, because those little things can make or break someone's day. Asking people how they're doing or how they're feeling, how are you today, because you never know what someone's going through. Because, like I said, on Instagram, they only see the surface, especially if you're on social media like that. So it's very important to check up on your people for sure, because I know for me, for a fact, like, everybody knows me at work as like the jolly type. I'm always smiling and this and that, energetic, like ready to do work. But like as soon as like the slightest glimpse of me like not smiling, they're like, yo, what's wrong?
What's up?
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong with you?
I'm chilling.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's crazy.
So what do you got coming up for the future, man? What are you working on right now? I know you said you're going to be going to Belgium. What's the goal? What are you up to? Man,
so if you don't mind me sharing my story on how I found out I'm going to Belgium, because this is probably one of the most beautiful moments of my life.
Not at all. Stop it. Let me hear this.
So just recently, almost a month ago, I took a vacation with my brother, with my sister and her husband, and we went to Italy for 3 weeks. We traveled all over Italy. This year by far has been the hardest year in my life, military-wise, work-wise, and just life-wise. It's been challenging physically and mentally. I've been here in New Mexico for 6.5 years. I've deployed 4 times, and I just feel like I felt like I was never going to make it out of New Mexico and get stationed somewhere new, because I've been wanting a change of scenery. So I kind of just felt stuck and lost. And then took the trip to Italy. For 4 days into Italy, one of my mentors who's in the military that I was deployed with in 2018 calls me, and he congratulates me and tells me that I caught an assignment to Belgium, that I'm going to be going to Belgium in September. And man, I broke down crying. Like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. You know, I was like, I made it. You know what I mean? And I was supposed to separate from the military in May, and I was losing my faith and hope in the military. And just when I wanted to lose my faith and hope, I chose to remain optimistic and stick through it. Because like you said, God will never give you anything that you can't handle. So patience was a virtue. And God happened, and I caught orders. I'm going to Belgium. And I remember we went hiking, and we went to the highest peak in this trail. And I had the whole view to myself for 30 minutes. And I was just being so thankful for everything, appreciating the small things and the big things in life. And I was just telling myself, I was like, man, not many people get to experience this or have the chance to do this. I'm blessed. I'm alive. Life's beautiful. And then I yelled from the top of my lungs in the view. I was like, I'm going to Belgium. I'm going to Belgium. And I was just crying. I just had like a huge like self-reflecting like epiphany. And so yeah, just what's in store for me is I've just been getting ready to move to Belgium for 3 years, and I'm trying to stay overseas, and I'm excited to move overseas to experience a new change of scenery, live in Europe, and also a chance to network with even more people.
Bro,
And then
Europe.
yeah, and then vintage, like I've definitely like slowed down on the vintage here and there because I know for myself I have to take a break physically and mentally from vintage sometimes, but at times like when I do want to buy stuff and whatnot, I'm like, yeah, slow down because I just can't be buying like constantly. I got other stuff.
Why do you have to like physically and mentally take a break from vintage? Is it because you like get obsessed? You start like
Yeah, I get obsessed, and then I'll probably go ham, and then I'll spend irresponsibly. And then on top of that, like, you know, taking photos and doing all that, like staying consistent with, you know, posting. And then, you know, because it's all about balance for me and time management. So I don't only have just vintage, I have gym life, I have military work life, and then I have people that I supervise that I got to make sure that I'm taking care of, you know? And so just being able to find the balance, and the most important thing that I value is my time. I have this saying in my head, I always say it to myself, time is more important than ever, and when you realize there's less runway in front of you than behind you, you realize it's too late. So time is the essence.
Yeah, man, definitely.
but that's what's in store for me, man. Just moving to Belgium, be there for 3 years, and it's just a trip I signed a 6-year contract. I was supposed to get out the military in May. I was like, yeah, dude, screw the military. I'm out. Like, I'm gonna be a free man, do my thing, this and that. And then life changes in the blink of an eye, and I signed up for another 4 years.
That's crazy, man. Hey, that kind of goes back to earlier when I was saying, like, it's not about what you do when you're winning. You know, when you're on top, that's easy. It's about what you do when the shit gets rough. And, like, when you're about to lose faith, that's when you got to keep the most faith. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you did, and now look at you got to
right, and it's crazy because before I even caught the orders to caught the assignment to Belgium, I was kind of just like I was saying earlier, like I'm such a positive person, and I never want to show anybody that I'm not positive, because slightest glimpse of negativity, I don't want that to flow into other people, because I'm very about encouraging other people and motivating people, you know? So it was very hard to like vent to someone, to tell someone what I was going through, because I felt like they couldn't understand me, what I was going through. So I couldn't even vent to like my supervisors or anything like that, because I just felt like they wouldn't understand. So I was like keeping it in for the longest. And then I called one of my close buddies, like the first person I ever met when I joined the military. And I like broke down crying. I was like, man, I'm fucking going through it, bro. Like life's hard. Like I feel like life's just like shitting on me right now. Like, right. I was just like I'm losing faith and hope. And like I said, like when you're down and you keep faith and hope, eventually, like I have this thing like, ask and you shall receive from God. God shipped the package, but he never gave you the tracking number. So you never know when you're going to get it.
Hey, I like that. All my resellers are going to get that analogy.
That should be literally, you bought it. You bought the shirt like a few hours ago. The next day, and you're asking for tracking. Yo, where's my tracking, dog?
Hey, so when you go to Belgium, what do you think? Are you going to be you're going to stay with that mindset, which I think is great, of like dabbling in vintage, but also not getting too obsessed. But what if there's a crazy ass thrift right there by where you're stationed?
It's over.
What if Europe is just banging where you're at, bro?
If it's banging, okay, let me tell you this. If it's banging,
just all kind of Belgian rap tees, bro.
Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. Like, definitely, like I thought about it. I was like, yo, I'm about to be overseas. I'm gonna hop and skip away from the UK and Italy. I was like, it's time to like see if I can really do sourcing.
I just came up with something. All right, so when people do raffles on Instagram, they call them waffles. Because they don't want to name it raffle. Because if they do, Instagram will flag them, PayPal will flag them. Like, you're not supposed to be doing raffles. Yeah. So they put waffle, live for the waffle, enter my waffle. Bro, you could do raffles and call them Belgian waffles. Fuck, that was such a dad joke. On that note, I love you guys, man. Hey, J-Kwon, thanks so much for coming on. But it wouldn't be a 1980 show without one movie review. one movie review. So I'm going to review a movie right here on the spot. Well, we did it. We did an album review. Okay, cool. Movie review. Here we go. All right. So the movie that I saw this week was The Black Phone. Have you seen The Black Phone?
No. Is that about like he's kind of like he abducted the kid?
Yes, he's a kidnapper.
Yeah, he abducted the kid.
Okay, no, I saw the trailer for it, but I haven't seen it.
Dude, it's so good. So I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. And the reason I'm going to do that is because wifey she was not really hyped on it. I don't know why. For me, like if my girl likes the movie, I'm like, okay, then it's really good. Because she has this way of liking movies that like, I'm going to have to think about what it is that makes Andrina like a movie. But when it impresses her, when it makes her not fall asleep, I'm like, okay, that's a good movie. This movie did not make her fall asleep. But she was also like, about it.
But I think it's because her opinion kind of appeals to the masses a bit more. You know, she likes.
She's kind of like a casual moviegoer, but she still loves movies. She just likes to be entertained. So that's what it is. I think when she likes it, that means it's just an entertaining movie to a casual moviegoer.
Okay.
So I'll give it. I want to give it an 8, but I'll give it a 7.5. I'll take it down half a point just because Drina didn't like it. But here's what it's about, guys. Basically. It's about a kidnapper who kidnaps kids, and then he kidnaps this one kid. And for this kid to be able to escape the kidnapper, he has to listen to the help of the souls of previous kids who have been kidnapped and killed. Wicked.
Through a phone, though. That's why.
Crazy.
Dark. Wicked and dark, but greatly executed. I was locked into the movie. There was some points where I was really gripped. It takes place in the 70s, so you feel like you're in the 70s. You're in that setting. Visually, it looks great. Ethan Hawke, who plays the kidnapper, great role in the movie. He kicked ass in that. And the reason I probably won't go higher than a 7.5 is one, because of Drina, and also because for a horror movie, it's not super scary. It's not like a horror movie. But still a great watch. I definitely recommend you guys go check that out. The Black Phone.
The Black Phone. Is horror your like favorite genre when it comes to movies?
Nah, I don't think I have a favorite genre. I'll watch anything pretty much.
Okay. I'm a romantic comedy guy.
Romantic comedy, Britney Spears. No wonder he's a girl. He likes everything the girls like.
Hey, no. Shout out the movie Just Friends.
Hey.
My mom's favorite movie, cuz.
Yo,
on that note, hey, my dog, J-Kwon, much love, brother. Appreciate you coming on. Anything you want to leave the people with before you go?
Man, all I gotta say is, Chris, thank you for everything, and everybody in the community who rocks with me and it just showed me love. Thankful to be on this episode with you and let me, doing this one-on-one with you and the boy Schmediums over there. Feel free to follow me at Urgurls.Favvtghead, and please make it important, man. Check up on each other for sure. Always ask people how they're doing. Check up on each other. You never know what someone's going through.
That's it for today's show, guys. My only shameless plug is going to be that I go live weekly on the Pop Shop Live app. If you want to see the stuff that I sell, you got to just follow me on Instagram, 1980somethingco. And then if you want to buy it, go to the Pop Shop Live app. Use code 1980ST at sign up. That's it. We out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like, drop a comment wherever you're watching this and hearing this. Love y'all. All right, brother. Peace, man.
All right. Later.
See you, man.
Yep.
Peace.